Yeah, I need it. I'm pulling out my deck. Yu-Gi-Oh! Trivia. I'll load up Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro if I have to.
So this match we have Rywek versus Fartsplosion. Rywek has a win rate of 60% and joined in MT15 and finished 21st. Which is pretty darn good
Rywek had an incredible run. I remember it took out Lightyear round 1, I'm pretty sure. That was like a big upset.
Dang. Meanwhile, Fartsplosion is a newcomer, so let's see what he's all about.
Let's see what Rywek did. Rywek beat Lightyear, Travic Talk, Spin, and lost to Someone 325 in winners. Oh, now I have to go searching through losers bracket. And then lost to you, GFM.
Oh!
So you're in the elite class of people that have beaten Rywek. You and Someone 325.
Heck yeah!
See, Fartsplosion is a fire fusion monster. Fusion's really interesting in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they get a lot of good support, like the invoked archetype. Normal summon Alistair. There's a reason that's a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Meme is normal summon Alistair, just because every deck could use the invoked engine basically because it's so good. Any deck, especially ones that revolve around fusions. Oh, I'm not gonna run a prediction until the game starts. Or at least until it's closer. Normal summon Alistair. If you play Yu-Gi-Oh, you've seen this card way too many times. And you probably hate shit-alls. The invoked engine is like really crazy, like it's so good.
Oh, there it is.
Rywek is a level 0 that doesn't exist, by the way. Dark normal monster. No effects. It doesn't do anything, it's just there. There's some Link monsters that require normal monsters as material. Like Link Spider.
I don't know, I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in 2000. Or maybe 5, something like that. And then I played a bit earlier this year on the online version.
Let's see what hand I get. Oh, I get trash hand. I haven't updated this physical deck that I have anyway. So it's like a really bad Weather Painter deck. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is really good now. Like, the meta is really interesting. There's a huge amount of diversity.
Yeah, I play a lot more Magic than Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! Just seems weird to me. The way things don't cost resource, really.
Well, they do. Like,
kinda.
That's literally what it's called in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is cost. You have to pay cost to activate effects. So for like Pot of Extravagance, you have to banish cards from your extra deck.
Yeah, but like, one time I was able to, round 1, win a match.
Yeah, that'll happen in Yu-Gi-Oh! If your opponent isn't prepared. Like, if you're playing a good deck against a bad deck, like, yeah, that'll happen. And it'll just happen sometimes in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just how it works.
I don't know. Okay, I get it.
If you're getting OTK'd, you probably either bricked really hard or just weren't prepared for it. You didn't have the right disruption tools. They've added a lot of disruption tools like hand traps where you can basically activate something from your hand during your opponent's turn and use that for like disruption tools. And that's how you're supposed to stop OTKs from happening.
Gosh.
Like Ash Blossom can stop any search from the deck just by discarding it from your hand. Ash is currently the most used Yu-Gi-Oh! Card in every single tournament deck.
Huh.
Because it's very good. But it's not like overpowered, like you have to. You can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Without it.
I'm going to crop. It's giving me blue screen when I crop. Okay, here we go.
Okay, oh, cropped first one.
Oh, nice. You already did it.
Yeah, I was finishing it when you started to say. The second one, interact.
He's working on... I don't think he has the game up yet.
Oh, not yet. I'm also holding the race.
Perfect. Well, we will reveal the game shortly. It's a good one. This is one of my subs. So, I'll stand behind it.
Oh, it must be good. Alright, time for...
This exact goal has been in before. I did submit a longer goal, but it was a little too hard. So we
Yeah,
backed
it
off,
was too much.
and this is the same one we've had in before.
Even for
start
later
fiction now.
rounds, maybe?
Yeah. Just because it was...
That was a dumb goal. It definitely should have stopped earlier.
It would be cool if it went even further, but the level after the level that we're doing today is auto-scrollers.
Oh,
They're really hard, so you don't beat them the first time, but it's like, you kind of... It's just a little too tough. A little annoying. Yeah, Pokemon Red. The game is, Mario no running.
Okay. Now we wait. Yeah, I think I can not
Sonic
yet.
Overture Dragon Quest IV. Oh, I wish I had... I wish I had Rainwave open right now. I'm a big Dragon Quest fan.
Okay. This should be good.
The
Okay.
black background is unfortunate.
Yeah, at least
This
the
is
top.
why I always put a solid color behind
Yeah.
behind your background.
This is a little weird. Actually. What happened?
But we haven't set the pace bin yet because we haven't revealed the game.
Should be.
But we can
Okay.
reveal it now.
I will adjust this later on. Okay, so we are swapping. We are playing Gunner's Heaven. And do we have clean audio? Has anyone checked?
Oh, we didn't ask.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll ask.
Okay. See a lot of buffering, which is worrying.
Gotta love that PlayStation boot up. As somebody who readily admits that the PS1 is my favorite system, I love that boot up. Let's see if your name breaks us because it's too long.
Okay.
It's so long, but you know it'll work.
Did anyone... No one said about clean audio, right?
No. Oh. Wow, Fartsplosion has no audio. That's even
Oh.
better.
Well,
does
let's just
Rywek
go.
have clean audio, or does he have... Are we not going to get game audio today?
We didn't get answer, so
I will
just
check.
yeah, on enter for now and
Yeah, I will check. I don't think so because I see Rywek's face.
Okay, so I
That
just
usually means somebody is talking.
click play when it starts going, and it should be going.
Did we start the timer? We did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we did it.
We will.
This is a low star favorite. This is a very good game.
The internet dirigible favorite. Yeah, this game is, I don't know, heavily inspired by Gunstar Heroes, but it's really cool and it's long, and we're not playing a whole lot of it today, but I would say it's just as good, honestly. Although unfortunately, Fartsplosion and Rywek using bombs a little early on. Probably
Yeah,
didn't do that.
Obviously have not played Metal Slug. From what I've seen of this game, just like Metal Slug, bombs are busted. That's how you defeat bosses. Yeah, this game is great. It is definitely a lot like Gunstar. So if you like Gunstar, you'll probably like this game.
You just pull up the paste bin because
Your reference materials. Everybody study this. This will be on the exam.
The exam that is happening right now.
There's a slide, too. Like, it must be good.
Okay, that's the command.
Already death. Continue! I love big continue screens like that.
Oh,
This is
good
definitely
data.
an interesting case of UC of, like, transitioning a classic arcade genre to consoles. It's like you see that with Gunstar. Gunstar is pretty arcadey, but you can definitely tell a difference. Like, having that kind of game on a console. And in this game, it's definitely obvious, especially from, like, the length. But the pacing is real, it's more like Gunstar than, like, Metal Slug. Because, like, Gunstar is way more fast and hectic. Game's going pretty too. The sprite work is great. Yeah, Gunstar Heroes is great. I don't know if it's my favorite treasure game because I really do like Guardian Heroes, but oh, nice Fartsplosion finding a safe spot. Area boss crushed. I love the physical health numbers for the boss, and they're just like ridiculously high. I love when games just like inflate numbers like that. It's so funny every time. Like, I know Tatsunoko vs. Capcom does that, where it takes the damage that you do and it just appends billion at the end of it for no reason.
I mean, it is fun, so that's reason enough, I would say.
People are like, oh, this game has a stupid title. No, it has a great title if it's weird.
Yeah.
I'm back.
You're back.
I lost
And Rywek
everything.
takes out the boss. Did you lose your dirigible too?
I did.
Oh, I don't know where stage 2 is. Mantis.
So I don't know how much, because I was talking, because I didn't realize for a long time.
You've been quite
know how much-
quite a while.
I don't know how much people heard, but I was just talking about the power in the top, where that constantly counts down. You can get it, and it won't count down during bosses, and it makes your weapons stronger. You can still always cycle through all of the weapons.
Yeah, Rywek definitely taking a lead over Fartsplosion. We actually saw this in MT15 because Rywek played Chimera Destroy All Monster Girls in that. I was gonna say I thought he played a run and gun. That would be like an interesting case actually. Round 1 MT, 2 run and guns.
Yeah, so this is the Japanese version of this game. It doesn't have an American release, but there's a European release in English called Rapid Reload, but it doesn't have the infinite continue. So
Yeah, that's something that was like weird that happened in a lot of games where like, well, there's a lot more of like Japanese games only getting European ports, but like they tended to make the game really hard. Because like Astal on the Saturn did that, where the Japanese version is the only one that has infinite continues, and you have like 5 lives instead of 3. They made the game really hard. Well, not really hard, but they made it harder.
It's weird.
Fartsplosion is just taking a few bad deaths.
Yeah, the game, these first 2 levels are fine, and they are still on level 1. The levels are long. These first 2 levels are pretty reasonable. The later on, it gets a lot harder.
Yeah, I'm guessing the Guardian is the stage boss.
Yes. And they actually do have a health bar and a health number.
A health number, which is great. I love that.
It doesn't go down until I think you get to a certain amount, but we do have the health number, like Alien Soldier, one of my favorites, where you can, at the beginning of the game, choose whether you want numbers or bars for every stat, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so he got the boost power. Oh, but he lost it before the boss. So you can pick up these little things that give you like a power boost. It's like ultimate power, but it doesn't last that long and it still counts down. So people who are really good at this game can keep their power up the whole time and can have a much stronger weapon for bosses that kills them faster. But if you die on the boss, you lose that.
Yeah, it's kind of like Metal Slug, just like conserving your grenades for the boss because it'll just destroy it.
Yeah, they do have screen clear bombs. I don't know. Oh, it says in the bottom right. So Rywek has 1 right now. Fartsplosion does not have any.
Oh, screen clear bomb, that's pretty strong.
Well, I guess it is just damage bomb, but it'll clear any regular enemy. It does a lot to bosses. I think it does like 1,000. So yeah, there, Rywek used it. Probably not the best time to use it. I would have waited for the boss itself.
I like this boss. This is a real creative boss.
Yeah, I mean, this is it's a game kind of like Alien Soldier and a couple other ones where just like there's just always cool stuff on screen that's happening.
I forgot which one Alien Soldier is. Oh, it's this one.
Alien Soldier's on Genesis. It's Treasure.
Yeah, that's a great game.
I forget who made this.
Well, let's see.
It's not Treasure.
No, this is definitely not Treasure. This is Media Vision Entertainment.
I don't think they made a lot.
This was their second game. Oh, they made, let's see if this is true. They made the Wild Arms series.
Oh, and
Crime Crackers.
And it looks like some Valkyria Chronicles games as well. So they're
yeah,
still going
they've
today.
worked on a lot of things. They, apparently they worked on one of the greatest games of Giant Tupa, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D Wheelie Breakers.
Oh, that's awesome! That game rules!
Wow, yeah,
right,
they just do like they just do like graphical work now. Yeah, you can definitely see the Wild Arms in this game.
They only need to beat the level 2 in this goal, so they're moving right along. Oh my gosh. Rywek's not taking damage
spot?
there.
The safe spot?
Oh, no. Nope.
It was the safe spot. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah. Fartsplosion, I think has made it to the Guardian, but hasn't gotten through.
He died.
Mistakenly called mistakenly called Sir Farts a lot by Alpha early on an earlier stream.
Yeah, definitely. This is the kind of game where you could just randomly go into God Gamer mode and make up a lot of time.
Yeah.
Take out the bosses fast.
You can't
This gun. This
damage
is a
race.
cool gun.
You pretty much can't damage race any of these bosses. You need to actually learn the pattern.
I don't think any of them have found out that we refresh the pace bin and you can hold L to stay in place.
Oh no.
Even though we told them about
Yeah.
it, so it's on them.
Nice. Rywek barely.
That
took
was
out
a good
boss.
clear.
Yeah, I think he was about to start flipping his tail around. So it was
This
pretty good.
weapon that Fartsplosion has, it's such a... Oh, what does
It's
this
weak,
remind me?
though.
Oh, it reminds me of Raiden 4, because Raiden 4 has this weapon too, where like it'll curve around people. I almost rigged Shmup GP to put Raiden 4 in, but then we rolled Raiden 3.
The thing about this laser weapon is you can see by the number it's pretty weak. So even though it's always hitting, it is slow.
But I mean, in sometimes it could be really good if you
Yeah,
aren't...
against like popcorn enemies.
Yeah, or if you just want to focus on dodging stuff.
Yeah, if there's like a pattern where you're not gonna be able to hit them.
Yeah.
Oh, just jump past the enemy. Genius. Why fight him? You gotta jump past him. We're playing Doom now.
Yeah, it's really
Well, this boss is so cool.
Yeah, this guy's awesome.
I love this game.
This game's actually, it's really cool. It's just the longer goal ended up being a little bit too challenging. So this one's on the shorter side.
We'll put this in a weekly blind at some point. Full game.
Oh yeah, this would be a good one for it.
Once weekly blinds inevitably return, probably in a slightly different format.
This boss is not easy though.
Yeah, this boss looks hard. This is like Mega Man. You gotta slide to dodge the tongue. I think that's what you want to be doing.
Or jump to the platform, maybe?
Yeah.
If
Fartsplosion is hanging on to this homing is like, I'm not giving up. So if you move through really fast, you can pick up these, the little power stones, and you can really build your power up quite high. It goes all the way up to 100, and then it gets like super.
Okay, but it decreases over time.
It does, but during boss
you gotta
fights,
go.
it stays static. So if you went into a boss fight with 50, you would keep 50 until you
Okay.
died and had to restart.
This is a game that wanted you to speedrun it.
Exactly. So yeah, so see, Rywek's at 14, and he's gonna keep that 14. You can't hang out close to him. That tongue's gonna get you.
Yeah, you gotta like slide to dodge, I think.
Yeah, when it comes from above, yes. But when you are on the same level as the lizard, I guess you just jump.
Honestly, I think this is a really smart strategy from Fartsplosion. Just focus on dodging, don't worry about, oh, I also have to position myself to hit.
Yeah. And it
This-
seems
this
like they
gets
have
down to
the
spinning.
execution to do it.
Oh, Rywek takes out the chameleon.
Nice.
That was a really cool boss. I like that boss a lot.
Weird thing is that it teleports. It doesn't go invisible. So it's not exactly what chameleons normally do in games, but who cares?
Alright, taking intentional death? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, good idea, honestly.
It's probably a good idea. Because all the bosses are checkpoints, basically.
You are not very squishy at all in this game. You could take a lot. You can take a big beating.
You can. Although bosses end up doing really high damage.
Oh, let's
Man.
see. Fartsplosion can do this. Just
Yeah,
tick of
you
health.
just-
Yeah.
Just barely.
I really like this strategy from Fartsplosion, actually. It's an interesting way to approach a run and gun when you have a homing gun.
Yeah.
It's not something that's commonly in them.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It could be really good for a blind race, but I don't know. Because you are
It's
trading...
slow but safe.
Yes. And that's the old dilemma. How do you approach a race?
Yeah, like Alpha would never do this, but like it could be a good strategy.
Yeah,
And I don't
for
think I
sure.
would either. I don't have the patience.
I wouldn't because I have a lot of run and gun experience.
This game, yeah, I gotta go back and like play this. Game rules. I only played to like stage like 4 because I was testing it.
It almost
I
looks like
knew
a
about it,
PS
I'd
beater in every
seen-
System Project game. Except that I already did PS1. So sorry. Sorry, Gunner 7.
Okay,
You
so
would've been
this
on the
is
hook.
actually the final boss of the goal here.
Yeah, players kind of crushed this actually. They're progressing really fast.
Yeah, the times, if you look at previous race times, these are really good. But this boss is really hard. So I don't think Rywek will probably finish him the first time. He has a lot of health, as you see. The last Guardian started with 4,000, this one started with 7.
We'll have to see if maybe Fartsplosion strategy will work out here.
He has changed to the regular gun. Oh, there it is.
It's working out well for this boss. It makes it a
Yeah.
lot easier to
Yeah.
dodge.
And this boss has pretty low health in the first place, because it's more
Yeah.
about it being hard to hit him.
Force the boss to fire diagonally with tongue, and then like it's easier to dodge because you physically have more room to do it.
Oh, and there Rywek takes his first death.
Oh, that was such a good dodge from Fartsplosion.
Nice. We could see a lead change. It would be, it would be down to the last minute.
I don't know.
Yeah, this could be a very close race depending
This
on
could be, for sure.
strategy works.
The issue is the damage race between the players, like who can deal the most damage to the last boss, if it comes to
I think
it.
Rywek is doing a big mistake right here, though, just walking past all the power-ups.
Yeah, because it really slows you down, because you can get power from there, and every bit has you do more damage. Yeah, Fartsplosion's at 50 right now, almost.
Yeah, okay, this weapon is the way to go on this screen, because you don't have to worry about these like popcorn enemies.
Yeah, homing rules.
Boost.
The next level is like a auto scroller in a minecart, and so
No, don't skip the enemies. They have power-up drops.
oh my gosh, yeah, and he's at 68. I could see this switching right here. Oh no, but his health.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you have like no health.
he has
He
a
got
bow
that
though.
dodge first try. These players are both really good.
Yeah, this is kind of incredible.
I know Rywek's been in before. Fartsplosion's new this year, but clearly has some gaming chops. I think really understands game design, knows, okay, if I dodge here, this will probably dodge this attack, stuff like that.
So that attack
Oh,
of
but Rywek-
Rywek's, the one that the enemy approaches toward them, how do you avoid that?
You can jump. You have to jump at like the very last minute. Rywek just
Okay.
did it.
I think Rywek, this might work out.
It does
right
that
here.
kind of Dark Souls thing where the attack is slower than you expect it to be. So you try and
Oh,
dodge.
use the bomb.
Oh,
Genius.
that's. Oh,
Now you can
this
damage
attack
race.
is really hard to dodge. You have to slide twice, but then was able to damage race it.
There we
Nice
go.
job.
1904.
That was scary. Oh, that was nice.
That was a very close race too.
Yeah.
So close.
And both players had completely different strategies. Rywek kind of approached it like a typical run and gun, kind of like you're playing Metal Slug, And Fartsplosion was just a completely different strategy. Something that you can't do in other run and guns because you don't have a homing gun.
If Fartsplosion had come up with that strategy early in the race, he might have won it. Because there's a lot of more dangerous fights that getting through the first time would have meant a lot. Nice. Oh man. Fartsplosion's killing it right now though. I'm rejoining because I lost internet. I went away.
You know what they say, slow and steady wins the race. Well, not in this case, but...
Not in this instance, unfortunately.
So...
But it was a good fight. Slow and steady makes a good race. Potentially.
Yes.
Unless Alpha's playing. Now I want to play this game. I'm sad I already rolled PS1 in the Speedrun Every System project, because this would have been a prime choice. I think to dodge this, I think you wait until it's about to throw and then slide forward.
Yeah, so for the only way I was able to dodge these purple lasers is 2 slides. You go slide, slide, right at the same time that he throws them.
Probably gonna die right here, though.
The whole game is quite long. I think it's 6 or 7 stages. The long play is like 1 hour and 40 minutes, but they play through it twice. It's with both characters. So the long play is like 50 minutes, and that's not taking any deaths, probably, because it's tool assisted, most likely. So
let's check how long to beat. How long to beat says 2 hours.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I would. From what I remember from like, I think Hardcore Gaming 101 has covered this game. That sounds pretty good.
This was a good attempt.
Maybe I'll cover this on exit test mode. Who knows?
Rywek, hello.
Oh, hey there.
Hey there.
So that was a game.
What do you think?
That was a fun game.
It's a fun game. I really enjoyed it. I just wish I wasn't in a speed run setting because I didn't get to like actually enjoy it. I was trying to like please figure everything out super fast and like, oh god.
Fartsplosion actually went for a totally different strategy than you and stuck to the homing gun almost the whole time. And was able to nearly catch up. Was on the final boss at the same time you were. But is having a harder time getting the patterns. But yeah, it was kind of an interesting because his thing was more getting through the fights like the first time, even if it's slow, because the homing gun does so little damage.
Yeah, homing gun was it's just too slow. I didn't enjoy it. Like I tried experimenting with the other guns, but it just wasn't working out so well. The best one I found aside, like the spreader's awful, like so awful.
Yeah,
but the fire gun was great in certain situations. Very strong, but you can only fire like 3 things at a time.
When I initially submitted this, I submitted it with a longer goal of stage 3, but it's quite a lot longer. It's really hard, and it's auto-scroller.
It's auto-scroller.
Yeah, so if you lose, you have to go back through auto-scroller parts, so it's a little bit less fun to have as the end of the goal. But that would have been probably like closer to an hour. Stage 3 is much harder so the game gets harder, but it's really fun. I highly recommend it.
Oh yeah, like I can see so many like you can definitely strategize in here. You could speed run this like for real, and it's probably super fun.
Well, the power mechanic, you ended up having pretty low power most of the time, but if you really are quick and move through it and keep the power from the stage parts of the stages, you can kill these bosses a lot faster. I'm sure the speed run is like makes you feel sad.
This is a game that needs like a really crazy tool assisted run.
Yeah.
It would be incredible.
The power system looks great. I just I didn't have time to start farming absolutely everything.
No, definitely.
And like it to me, I have to rush it. I have to rush it because I know I'm most likely gonna die on like every boss. So I have to rush it to the end, learn the boss patterns, go back, and then beat it. And Like, I don't know if Fartsplosion was also taking deaths after each boss too. Like, I was intentionally taking them, but
Fartsplosion, I don't think took any intentional deaths. That's kind of more of a mystery. I know this is their first time in Mystery Tournament. You've been in before.
Yeah, this is my second one.
So intentional deaths are a big thing. We always talk about it, but you know, certain games don't allow it. But
especially in a run and gun.
Yeah, if anyone does play this, if they emulate it, play the Japanese version, which is this version, because it has infinite continues. If you play Rapid Reload, it doesn't. Which is kind of lame.
Yeah. I mean, you just want to keep playing, right? You don't want to be stuck and sent back to the beginning of the game here.
I don't want to insert more quarters into my PlayStation.
Oh man, the homing also works through that pattern of the Scorpion. Okay.
Yeah, so he's going in with 60 power. The power translates to all your weapons. What Fartsplosion should probably do is switch to a weapon, because he would be destroying this guy with another weapon. He's actually moving pretty quick with homing compared to how you do with 0 power. I really like the damage numbers as well. I think that it's just cool to have that, to know how much progress you're making, so you can really compare the weapons since you always have access to all of them.
Well, it's cool because I don't know if I understood it correctly, but it seems like every boss has 2 phases, and like the numbered value before it starts going into actual like the bars, like that's phase 1, and then once you get into the bars, that's phase 2. Like that's a really great way to separate them.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. I just thought it just didn't go down until it started going down, but that makes more sense. There's some actually purposeful to it. Yeah, I think ideally for this boss, or at least like a blind ideal, would be to use the straight shot like you were doing for sections like this, and then when you have to dodge the bosses like right under him, switch to this homing, so you could just continually do damage.
There's boosts in this level. I found one boost. Like, I didn't know how I picked it up. I'm like, what triggers boost? I thought it was...
It's just a power-up. You get boost also if you go to 100 power. But, at least I think you do. But the boost is just like a power-up. So, yeah, here's phase 2, and we'll see...
Yeah, this is definitely switch off a homing gun, because this is when you kind of need a damage race.
Slide is the only way I was able to dodge this. Oh, the bomb is good, but can't do it unless if you can't dodge this. Nice. This is intense.
Oh, that dodge.
Not quite. Not quite.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to dodge it forward.
Yeah, the default is surprisingly strong.
Fartsplosion said there's a paceman.
Oh no.
No, he did not. No, he missed a paceman. Wait, how do you miss a paceman? How did he download the game?
We posted the download separately, but...
And that's why, folks, we always say read the basement. Because this kind of thing does happen. Okay, I'll just real quick reload Fartsplosion stream, because there's quite a delay on my side.
Sometimes you just hit the little reload button and...
Yep, just did it.
Oh, now we're gonna have a paceman reading session. Yeah, this game is great. Now I want to play more of it. I'm sad that it's ineligible for the Speedrun Every System project because I already rolled the PS1, but if I ever do a redo, it's gonna be first on the list.
Yeah, this would be a really good one for a weekly blind, actually. It gets quite a bit more difficult, but that's kind of fun. But yeah, my level 3 time was close to an hour, and my level 2 time wasn't very different than yours. Although, if you look at previous races of this, you kind of destroyed, both of you really, kind of destroyed this game. Captain Drake with a 16-14.
That's Drake.
Yeah, but...
That's just a different class of player.
Rywek's wasn't super different than that.
Yeah, not really.
Let me see. What was the time? It was 1904, which is faster than Triscore in 2016. So
That's a good time to have.
yeah, it's a good time.
Okay.
Let's see.
Best.
For the longer goal, Myth's testing time was 52 minutes, and Roar couldn't finish.
Yeah, or probably just knew that he didn't want to at that point.
Yeah,
That's why
probably.
we're because there's quite a bit more testing to do. Sometimes we have to say, well, other goals been in before. Let's just do that.
Just do that.
Yeah.
Really, just sticking to the homing gun. I guess it's nice to not have to worry about how you're gonna shoot as well.
Well, now that Rywek, Fartsplosion has dodged the lasers once, I think this is going to be the time.
I think this phase also should switch off of homing. You know how to dodge every pattern.
Yeah.
It's not a problem anymore.
I mean, it's still useful for this phase where he just advances towards you, but because my gun was not doing any damage at that point. They could only hit the tail.
It's just so weird to have a homing gun. Like, as somebody who's played a lot of Metal Slug, I'm just imagining Metal Slug with a homing gun.
I don't
Dodge.
know.
Nice. That's the dodge. He's got it.
Yeah.
And this is really hard timing to get. I must have had a slower strategy because I did have to learn how to dodge this to beat this boss. I don't think my time was as good as Rywek's, actually.
You flatter me.
Perfect. Yeah, this is now perfect
Yeah.
dodges. This
I mean,
game
you
time.
pulled off a big upset last MT,
Got it.
and you know, you're doing great so far.
Yeah, I won the first round.
That's a pretty big feat for somebody who has never done that.
Yeah.
AKA me.
Oh, ooh.
My one match win was a loser's one match.
Oh.
Oh, I can close the predictions now. Oh wow, I'm surprised more people didn't vote for Fartsplosion just because the name.